What is up, guys, and welcome back to Bottled in Bond. Today we're gonna mix things up just a little bit different. Today I want to bring to you a quick review of not necessarily whiskey, but instead I want to give you guys a quick review, a quick rundown, very quick, kind of quick, of 5 different glasses that people may tend to use whenever they're reviewing, tasting, smelling different whiskeys or different spirits. Today we're going to review 5 different ones from different locations, made in different times, that people find better than others, and I'm going to give you my opinion on them. Today, my favorite choice of whiskey is a bourbon. Today we're going to sample on all 5 glasses my favorite bourbon of all time so far, and that is the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. Bam! Let me get that down from there before we break something. First on our list is atypical mini stemless wine glass. This specific glass, they carried it at a Wines and Wares down in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I saw it, thought it was pretty cool. I actually started reviewing whiskeys on Bottled in Bond using this. Now, I don't know too much information on this. I will tell you my own review on this thus far. I don't use it anymore, primarily because when you're holding the glass, your warm hands are in fact warming up the whiskey in the glass. It's not a good thing. That's why glasses are shaped differently nowadays. But yeah, so you're grabbing it, you got a decent pour, and I don't like it because you're touching it the whole time. So you're staining the glass the whole time, and you're warming up the spirit. In my instance, you're warming up the whiskey, the bourbon, the scotch, whatever you have in that glass. You get a lot of those good aromas, and you pick up those chocolate notes and all that. So delicious, warm caramel, saltiness. It's very nutty and oaky. I like it. Okay, I like it. Not gonna taste it just yet. The second glass we got is a Snifter, or as some people would call it, a brandy glass. So this is one that we picked up from the Jim Beam Distillery in Kentucky. So it lets you hold it so that you're not warming up the bourbon or the whiskey that you're holding on there. Don't hold it like this because you're gonna be defeating the purpose. And just grab it however you can and give it your own little notes. I've used this one before as well. Wasn't too fond of it. Maybe it was the whiskey. Who knows? But this is a pretty good snifter, pretty good brandy glass. So let's check it out. I don't pick up a lot of what I was picking up from the stemless wine glass. Maybe a little bit of a nuttiness, a little oaky. You still pick up some sweet, warm caramel aromas, maybe like a little syrupy. Gosh, those legs are beautiful. But it's just not as aromatic as the stemless wine glass. Next up that we got is a Glencairn. Now, one thing that I didn't mention on the past 2 is price points. Primarily because I didn't necessarily look it up, but also because I kind of don't remember. If I had to guess, the stemless wine glass was about maybe $5, $6, $7 at the store. The snifter or the brandy glass, it was from the Jim Beam Distillery, so more than likely I overpaid for it, but it was probably anywhere between $10 and $15. The Glencairns, you could find them online for about $15, $20 more or less. The more you buy, the more you save. I've seen sets of 4 for about $29.99, and sets of 12 go even cheaper. This specific one though, I bought it from the A. Smith Bowman Distillery in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and it was only $7. The Glencairn glass was initially developed by the Glencairn Crystal Ltd company in Scotland. It was designed by Raymond Davidson, and it first made its debut around 2001 more or less, and in 2006 it won the Queen's Award for innovation. I like it because you're able to hold on to it, not touch the spirit once again, and it has a unique shape that allows for you to nose it and pick up more of those aromas. So in this one, I'm picking up a little bit more ethanol, but a lot more aromatic, maybe a little floral, to be honest with you, a little honey, a little caramel, all of those sweet, delicious bourbon notes, classic bourbon notes. I don't know if it's being any of the other 2 though. We haven't started comparing just yet. The fourth Glencairn that we have is a Tuath. I want to say it's Tuath. Correct me in the comments below if I'm saying that wrong. But the Tuath is an Irish whiskey glass. It was designed for a more generous drinking experience. I've looked up many different types, many different bases. A lot of people advertise the whole, well, you could pretty much tip it over, and you know, kind of like the dragon glassware too. You can tip it over, and the dram that you poured in there still remains in there. I'm not sure. Listen, it's fancy, it's nice, and to be honest, this holds a whole lot more of a whiskey drinking experience from what it looks like. It's a lot wider, a little bit taller, and it's a little different from the Glencairn because it opens up. So this may be similar to the next glass I'm about to bring out, but I like it. It's nifty, and it could run you anywhere between $15 to $20 more or less, depends on where you're picking it up from. The specific one I bought from the KO Distilling Company in Manassas, Virginia. Not picking up much. Just picking up some sweet notes here and there. I'm not sure it's because the length of it, of the aromas, maybe you gotta just let it sit there. Not too sure, but I can't wait to start comparing because it's starting to seem like these lower end whiskey glasses have more of an aromatic feel to it when it comes to sniffing. Picked up ethanol on that one, but still pick up a couple of the brown, dark chocolate cherry notes that the Double Oak comes to pack. And the last glass that we have is the Norlan whiskey glass. This is one that I recently ordered. They come in packs of 2 for about $40. So I would say you can get a Norlan glass for maybe about $20, you know, each, but they sell it online on their website for about $40 on sale for a pack of 2. Norlan is an international brand that was established in December 2015. It was designed in Iceland, refined in Scotland, and made in China.
No, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China.
This is a hand-blown, double-walled borosilicate whiskey drinking glass. Now on the inside, they have these little wedges that kind of stick out. They called it protrusion forms, which is helped to, I guess, increase the surface to air ratio and also the rate of oxidation. All in all, what it's saying is it's breaking up the ethanol as well. So as you're pretty much sifting it and shaking the glass, you're breaking up those aromas, and you're getting more of the aromas, and the ethanol is escaping away, as well as similar to the Tuath glass, how it curves out just a little bit as opposed to the Glencairn that just comes straight up. The whiskey actually looks a lot more, very lightweight, I'll tell you that much. This is very lightweight compared to the Tuath glass and the Glencairn. The Glencairn has a pretty deep glass where the stem or the base is at. So this is similar to the mini stemless wine glass because there is no stem, but you are also not touching it. It is a double walled hand blown. So where the actual spirit is at is on the inside, and where you're actually holding it is on the outside. It's two walls, so you're not damaging or warming up that whiskey while you hold it and sip in the delicious dram. Okay, so I'm not picking up ethanol. I do pick up the same things that I was picking up with the stemless glass, to where it's like a salted caramel, peanut, nutty, oaky, charred, cherry. I like it. It's pretty cool. Nifty glass, like I said, it's lightweight. You can still see everything on the inside. You can still see the legs on the whiskey. So the last thing that I want to do is I want to go through these again, sniff them all in order, the same order that I started with, and then go right back the other way. Once again, the stemless wine glass, the mini stemless wine glass, feels like it's packing up more of a punch of that whiskey. As you start going higher, you start to lose some of those aromas. The Glencairn definitely seems to have a little bit more of an ethanol on there, as well as the Tuath glass. And then when you come down to the Norlan, it's a couple sweet notes here and there, but nothing like the stemless wine glass. Let's go all over the opposite way. All these glasses seem to have similarities, but some of them pick up more ethanol than others. Some of them just pick up a little saltiness, nuttiness, sweetness, caramel, honey, oaky, charred, and it's just on different levels. So the way I'll say it is this: because they're in different levels, what do you prefer most? Do you want to have that ethanol in your face or not? Listen, here's my thing. The whiskey is not going to change when it comes to the flavor. It just won't. Now, the experience may amplify itself just a little bit. For example, on the Norlan glass, I'm able to sip it at the same time I'm sniffing. There's more than enough room there for me to put my mouth in and put my nose in and maybe even, take a pretty hefty sip. Now listen, here's how they advertise it. Whenever you go to sip from the Norlan glass, you're not tipping it as much as you would on a Glencairn. On a Glencairn, you have to tip it a little bit higher, losing sight of who you're speaking to or what you're doing a review on. So when it comes to the last dram, man, it tastes so hot either. You're pretty much tipping it all the way up. To where the Norlan glass, if you look at the way it's shaped, is a lot easier for the spirit to come out with less of a tip. I'm at the edge and I'm at the edge. This is almost sideways. This is still has a little cant to it before the whiskey comes out. All in all, I'll say this and I'll wrap it up with this. This is some damn good freaking bourbon from the Woodford Reserve Distillery in Kentucky. I love me some Double Oaked. For the price range, it is amazing. Now, speaking about glasses, if you drink wine and you also drink whiskey, this will be something nice for you. You could pour wine in there, do your tastings, do your reviews, do whatever you gotta do, and at the same time you could do your whiskey reviews. Just please understand that your hands grabbing on this will warm up the whiskey. If you're into brandy, then get you one of these. You can have an actual stem for you to grab it, and at the same time you can pour your whiskey as well and look fancy. Maybe while you're sipping, you can hold one finger up. But I still will say, those aromas are shot in that glass. If you want to be classic with it, go ahead and go with a classic Glencairn. You can never go wrong with a Glencairn. Tip it, sip it, enjoy, look fancy, and tell everybody that this is your dram. If looking fancier is your thing, then get you a Tuath Irish whiskey glass. It's like a Glencairn, except it looks fancy as You can also tip your finger as you go to sip and tell everybody, hey, this is some good dram of whiskey I have here. Cheers. And then, if you want to be super fancy, you get you a freaking Norlan glass and you tell everybody how the riches inside actually get rid of the ethanol. No shit. They help you enjoy a good aromatic feeling when it comes to nosing the whiskey. They help you sip without getting rid of the eyesight. This is to ensure that nobody else is stealing your whiskey behind you. You can hold the glass without warming up or damaging any of your liquids inside. And hey, at the end of the day, you get a pack of two for about 40 something bucks. And you can tell all your friends, hey, forget your Glencairn. I got a Norlan glass. Designed in Iceland, refined in Scotland, and made in China. Nonetheless, guys, if you guys do have any of these glasses and you have your own preference, let me know in the comments below what is in your Glencairn, but more importantly, what glass are you using? Is it really a Glencairn? Maybe you have a rocks glass because you're a freaking man and you don't give a flying fuck. Let me know what whiskeys you think I should be reviewing next. Here on Bottled in Bond, I'm Ozzy. This is the Norlan glass and the other 4 glasses that I mentioned that I'm not going to go over all over again. Just go back to my video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share if you can. Cheers.